Good morning, good morning, good morning. How we doing this morning? I hope you're ready to turn it up because it is Monday morning and I want you to rise with purpose. I don't want you to rise on accident. I don't want you to rise on default. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to rise this morning knowing that you are ready to make a difference, knowing you are ready to take your life in your own hands, and knowing that today is the day that you make a change. Good morning. Welcome to the show. I hope you guys are doing good this morning. It's been a little crazy up in the morning. I was running a little bit behind. I started my workout plan this morning. It's kind of wearing me out just a little bit, but what can you do? What can you do? I'll get used to it. I'll have more energy moving forward. Let me pull up my Facebook so I can see who's watching. All right, let's see. We're going to go right here, right here, right here. And survey says, all right. Looks like we got it pulled up. I'm going to pull that down, turn that down so I can see it and I hear it. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, if you're watching this morning, go ahead and show me some love in the comments. As always, I greatly appreciate you for being here this morning. You could be anywhere, but you're here with me, and I appreciate that. All right, so today is the first day that we're going to start working on my very first challenge. If you guys are watching this, I'm super excited for this. I'm going to start working on my first challenge in order to start building my new business. It's important to me to make an impact on people, to make a change in the world around me. I want to be the change that I wish to see in the world. And for me to do that, the work's got to start this week. So I'm excited. I'm a little nervous because it's something I've never done before, but everything's scary the first time and I'll figure it out. So every morning this week, I will be getting up and I will be doing 3 laps. I will be doing curls and I will be doing push-ups. That's the boo-boo. Oh, you're not in. Hold on. Come on.
For a little bit before I have to start getting ready for work.
Yep. And as you might know, it's Monday. So here is that special guest. All right.
Well, special to you guys because Buck's here too.
Yep, you got it. You got it.
If I'm here, he's here.
Always, always. Sorry, I'm a little sweaty this morning. I just literally got out of the shower or the tub actually to jump on here. So
you're wet, not sweaty.
Well, it's a little bit of both because I'm still really hot from the hot bath. I look nice and tan today.
That's what I'm getting ready to say. Our
complexion. Yeah. Okay, that's what you get for going to the beach. You know what I'm saying? But this morning, this is a big week for us. Like I said, I got the workout challenge that I'm starting myself this week. I'm going to be doing cardio once a day. I'm going to be doing push-ups and curls to get started. And this is all at home, so I can't have the excuse that I can't go to the gym or anything like that. We're doing our best to make a better life for each other. I know it's not easy. She has to deal with all the stuff that's changing right now. I went from a person that had so much extra time that I was sitting around like, what do I do? And now I'm working so much that it's hard for me to force myself to have the time to sit around and be like, what do I do? Literally, I tried all weekend not to work because I've been working so much lately that I've been stressing myself out and exhausting myself. So this weekend, I tried not to work. It didn't work out very well. And I can honestly say that's the first time in my life that I've been so passionate about what I'm doing that I couldn't stop doing it. I managed not to work at all this weekend, but I got to admit, I was real excited for today to be able to get started again. Because this week starts my training with Tony Robbins to learn how to be a personal development coach from one of the best personal development coaches on the planet. I'm super excited about that. Where that will lead, I have no idea, but I know it'll lead to great things,
Sure.
Absolutely.
For sure.
And if you guys don't know, if you're watching this, I turned down the offer for KBB so that I could go train with Tony Robbins. Because at the end of the day, the impact that I want to make is not necessarily about being a knowledge broker or making a lot of money. It's about making an impact in people's lives and making a change in people's lives. And if I'm going to do that, I need to know the tools to do that before I go out and start to become that person. I needed to put in the work first. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm building the foundation. I start my training with Tony Robbins this week. I could have started it over the weekend, but like I said, I wanted to take time off because I knew once I started, I would probably be going all in like I have been. But this week starts the beginning of our personal challenge that we will be launching soon. The very first our challenge that we will put out is a challenge to create an unstoppable mindset. How to, one, identify what you want to do, and two, how to create an unstoppable mindset so no one will ever steer you away or talk you out of your dream. So that every day you wake up with purpose and you're ready to kill it. That's my dream for you. That's what Tony Robbins and Dean Graziosi gave to me. They gave me this challenge and it showed me that I'm wasting too much time in my life. I'm sitting around and I'm waiting for somebody else to make this happen, and no one else is going to make this happen. We're going to make this happen. So thank you for being here on the trip with us. So this morning, my boo-boo, I want to talk about the food truck a little bit while you're here.
Okay.
So tell everybody about the food truck and what we're going to do.
So just in general, or what's coming up, or
No, in general.
Okay. So for years now, we've been wanting to put our own food truck together. Before we moved down to Georgia, we had an opportunity with a business back home to try to start one. And we got super, super excited and really, really pumped about it because we could literally see it coming into play. Like physically, we went and looked at trucks and things like that to start it up. I have one of these, a really cute picture of Jimmy. Hopefully, I think it's actually coming up soon because I feel like it was about the same time of year. But anyway, a really cute picture of Jimmy and how happy he was going to be able to have his own truck and everything. Well, unfortunately, that didn't work out. And at the time, we were super upset about it and, just wanted to know why. Like, it was almost like we were being teased. Well, once again, this is crazy how the universe works out. We are now in the same opportunity again. Now, when the first time it came around, we were going to be working for somebody else and running that truck for them. And it would have been their truck, but we would just been operating the food truck ourselves, just the two of us. But now it's actually ours, and it's completely ours, down to the menu we've put together, down to the mascot, the logos, letterheads, all of the behind the house stuff. It's all been us. So I'm hoping that this week goes great for us. And by the end of this week, we can actually have all paperwork, legalization, everything that we need for it to be done. So as of right now, we're setting really good with our food truck. It's called the Awful Waffle because it's awfully good, not because it's awful. But that's kind of like the oxymoron that we wanted to use for it. Awful waffle, I don't want to eat there. Well, then when you go and you see that it's just a sloppy waffle or it's just, awfully good, then you'll understand what it is. So, but we're working on that now. And that's what we're hoping to attain by the end of the week, is getting all of the paperwork and stuff done for it. So we can get our food truck open and be able to, instead of going to other jobs, then we can actually be getting up every morning and working for ourselves. I know that I'm super excited to get to do that. I know that I'm super nervous about doing that. I'm probably more nervous than excited about getting it started. But like I've told you guys before, if I can go out and do it for somebody else, why can't I do it for myself? I'm doing paperwork and taking money and customer servicing and, no offense, putting my life on the line right now to be working in a pandemic. If I'm doing that for another company that doesn't value me as much as I feel like I need to be valued, why am I not putting that into myself? So that's what we're doing. Literally, the truck I washed over the period of being off, I've washed our aprons. That's how ready I'm going. Like the truck's set up. We literally it's all paperwork right now. Like everything physically is ready to go. We just have to literally get paperwork taken care of, go to the, town hall and do all of that paperwork, go to the DMV or DSS or whatever it's called down here because I can't remember and get all of that stuff taken care of, the tags, all of that stuff. It's literally, we could do it in a day if we wanted to, but because there's multiple hands into the pot to get everything rolling for us, it's not running as fast as we'd like it to. And I know that I'm starting to get a little frustrated, but I also know, once again, we've already been to this point before, and it's probably for a reason. I mean, a lot of people right now, when we started this idea, we wanted to do it early in the morning. We wanted to hit our morning working crew, the people who are getting up and doing construction or going into the city and things like that. We wanted to hit those guys on the way through. Everybody going to school, those moms that are dropping their kids off at school and things like that, to have a quick breakfast for them and everything. Well, a lot of that's not going on right now. So maybe that's a good reason why it's not working right now, because we definitely wouldn't have the business that we were expecting and the traffic flow that we wanted from it all. But that also might be a good thing too for us to start now and get it going too, because then we're not going to be overwhelmed when everybody comes running in and, it's just me and Jimmy in the truck and we're trying to play our Disney music to keep ourselves pumped up and in good spirits. But, everything's going all over the place. We got waffles and batter and sprinkles and everything. That's what I see it going as. Like if we would have opened it, beforehand, before all of this, before the traffic would have been slow, that we would have been like that. So. But we are hoping to get that done by the end of the week so we can have everything up and running. My goal and what I would like to see us do is to actually hit up one of the events that they're doing for our town. They have, I don't know if it's a benefit.
It's like a community night.
I guess that's what you could kind of say. Like they're doing a movie, they're doing popcorn and cotton candy for the kids and stuff like that. They're having everybody come out to do it, obviously social distancing and everything like that. But a lot of the local businesses are going to do it. The place that we're actually doing the commissary kitchen through, because we have to have a commissary kitchen. That could be another show, another time.
Which is what's taking the longest part. Like if we could just open the food truck, we'd be open by now. But we keep going through commissary kitchens because to be a food truck in Savannah, you have to rent a commercial kitchen from someone else.
Yes.
Which is where we keep running into the problem, is that people are like, yeah, that's a great idea. And then when it's time to do the paperwork and get everything else done, they just drop off the face of the planet.
Yeah. Once again, that was the same thing. We got rolling with some steam. Thought we were going to be able to open at the beginning of the year. Well, no, it was
before.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say it was actually before Christmas. It was before the holidays and stuff like that last year. Well, the holidays came around and business slowed up. People wanted to spend time with their families and everything like that. We wanted to spend time with each other and round out the end of the year and things like that. So we were literally waiting on this person that we had made, a verbal contract with to get back to us. Unfortunately,
they rented out the commercial kitchen space under our noses, like behind our backs.
Yeah.
While we had a verbal contract, he suddenly decided to say that he hadn't heard from us, even though we were waiting on him to finish his contract so that we could move forward. And he rented out the space to someone else that he knew, which I'm guessing was kind of their plan the whole time.
Yeah. So, but it's okay because once again, now we have even what I think is probably going to be even a better of a spot for us, because before we were literally going to be in an open field, no parking lot, no tables, no nothing,
no traffic coming in and out.
No, I mean, traffic would have been able to come in and out, but not as easily as we.
But I mean, it wouldn't be going in there.
Right.
Like they would have to pull in for us.
Right.
Now we'll be in the most popular gas station.
One of them.
In our town.
One of the little gas stations that everybody stops at in the mornings and stuff like that. So.
I mean, it's perfect. It's a perfect storm for success for us moving forward. However, one of the struggles is always, there's an unpredictability to starting your own business, especially right now. Yeah. I would love to be able to just open, but like she said, our entire, customer base was based off of the workforce that was going to work in the morning. And now that's cut down by, at least a third, and then the parents taking their kids to school, no longer happening. So we've got to adjust it a little bit, but that's the point of business. You can't go in with one idea and stick to that idea. You'll fail. You have to evolve. So that's what we're doing. And we'll continue to do it, with everything that's going on with this business and Witness My Growth. It'll allow us to do what we love. And hopefully this business will grow to support. I'm going to start doing public speaking. I'm going to start going out and doing the challenges. I'm going to be working with people on the doing this. I'm going to be offering people the ability that if they want to do a live show, that I'll be able to produce it for them. So literally where the only thing you'll have to do is call in and I'll be able to help you with that. And I'm super excited about that. Mm-hmm. But these are all new businesses. What do I know? I'm a chef. I've been a chef for a very long time. A lot of people don't know this, but I've ran multiple large companies multiple times. I was I ran 5 stores for Five Guys. I've ran multiple stores when I was working or helping with Chipotle. I ran multiple stores for Firehouse. And the problem is that all of that work I put in, all of that time I put in, do you know who reaped the benefits from all of that work? Them.
Yes, you got a paycheck, and that's
but
nice,
that paycheck was a fucking fraction of the money that I was making them.
And what you're worth.
And people don't understand that. Like when I tell you every morning and I say it with so much passion that you got to make a choice, that you're either working 40 hours a week for someone else or you're working 40 hours a week for you. You're either building someone else's dream and making it come true, or you're doing it for yourself. I assure you, I spent so much of my time. And do you think one of those people ever showed me the respect that I was due for running their companies, for keeping 5 stores? For each one of those stores was $1 million store. They were making $5 million off of that patch. And they didn't even want to, they denied me my raise 3 times. 3 times. And they never gave me a raise for taking over more than one store. And that's what you have to understand, is that when it comes to them, they're looking at it as a number. I was a number to them. I was a number in a system, and that's why it never worked. That's why at each one of those places that I continued to pour myself into, it never worked, because I was just a number to them. And that's what you are to most people. You're just a number.
And the way, I'm sorry, I don't cut you off, but the way that also makes you feel too is that you're not valuable to them. Like, no offense, and a majority of the jobs right now, especially right now, I feel like there's a lot more tension on people. And I wasn't an essential worker. So now that I'm back into all of this, now like weeks later, not when like just a few people were out and about, now everybody's back out again. It's a lot. And half the time it's not worth it. Like, yeah, it's great to have food on the table and be able to pay our bills and things like that. But, the satisfaction, no offense, if I went in there and was like, hey, I really don't feel comfortable being here, I have, this is a lot for me and things like that. I'm okay. Yeah. These are true feelings, obviously. But, I don't feel comfortable being here and everything like that. They would probably just say, and this is how companies have made me feel, that, they would be like, oh, okay, that's fine. We don't need you. Like, that's fine. You want to give us the 2 weeks? Okay, well, we're going to start looking for somebody else. Or they'll bring somebody else in while you're still there, and then you train that person for your job, because that's how much they value, that they don't fight for you. And that's something with our food truck that we want to do for ourselves too. The food truck is going to be, I guess you could say, the foundation for me to be able to teach my classes online full time, and for Jimmy to be able to do this for you guys. The food truck will be the thing to give us our income that we can still do early in the mornings, but then still be able to have the rest of our day to be able to focus on the things that we really want to focus on too. So, but with that being said too, since that's going to be the foundation, we do great with this food truck. We step away from the food truck and we get to hire employees. We get to hire people that can be lifetime employees, people that will work with. I know that was going to be
did you hear that? That's something that we want to change in the world. That's one of the first things we're going to change with our company. Is that when we hire someone, we hire for a lifetime. We don't hire you because you're a person or a number to us. When we hire you, we're offering you to be a part of our company for life. That we got your back if you got ours.
Right.
That does not change. If you want to come on here, we will figure it out. We are a family.
The thing that I think it's lost in big corporations is that they forget what it's like to be the little man. They forget what it's like to be the working bee. And that's one thing that me and Jimmy know very, very well. We can work. We're not the people to be the lazy people and try to blame it on somebody else. We take the responsibility on our shoulders and we do it. That's also why I know that we're going to be great at this. But once again, like I said, once we have those lifetime employees, when things like this come up, we're going to understand it. We're going to know that, they have lives, they have families that they need to take care of. There's things that are going on. People have anxiety and they're just trying to protect themselves and things like that. And other people don't care. Like, other people just don't care. They don't think anything's wrong and that people are, feeling this way too. Some people are just like, oh, this is normal. It's just the flu. Like, well, it's not just the flu, it's a little bit more intense than that. It's affecting a lot of different platforms, a lot of different levels in the world right now. And I feel like a lot of people feel, and this is even before this, that, they're not valuable. And that's what I want to do for my employees. I want to set the example like most people should be doing right now. Oh, no, don't. He's upset. We're moving him. But a lot of people are upset because, they're putting a lot of effort into their jobs and they're trying to be passionate about their jobs and they're not happy with it. They're just trying to put food on the table for their family. And that's understandable. But these companies don't realize that.
Yeah, that once again, you're just a number. They don't see you as a person. And that's the problem. Is that these companies that we're working for, they're literally looking at it like, what are they doing for us? If they're not doing anything for us, get rid of them. That's not a company. Let me stress this out to you. If you are a manager right now and you are in charge of people, I want to break this down to you. In charge. That doesn't mean that you are their boss. That means that they are in your charge. That means that you are supposed to take care of them. That means that you should communicate with them. And that means that you should be the person that facilitates their success. Not the person that manipulates them, not the person that takes advantage of them, not the person that doesn't appreciate them or value them. You need the person to set that example that says, I am here for you and I am your leader. And leaders eat last.
Yep.
You don't go in. Let me give you a prime example. My old manager used to come in every day. I would open the store and I would work my ass off every day, every single day. And when he would walk in the store, without any person having a break or eating or drinking or just working and sweating all morning, you want to know what he would do? He'd walk in and ask us to make him food. And then he would go over and sit down and eat his lunch and take his break as soon as he got there and then complain when it was time for him to cover our breaks.
That's not a leader.
I kid you not. Is that a leader? Like if that was your father, would that be a good father? That's what you should think of it as. If you're a manager, you're supposed to be that parent to the people. They are your children. You're supposed to take care of them. If you're a manager and you're not taking care of your people, you suck at your job. And I'm sorry, if this is you and I'm talking to you, you need to hear it. If you're going in and you're just worried about you and what you're getting, you're not a good leader. You need to look at the people and care about them. You need to be a part of their life. You need to know them in order to motivate them to work properly for you. If you stop treating them like a fucking slave that has to be there for you, you'll be amazed at what you can accomplish if you work as a team. But working as a team will never happen as long as you view them as less than you.
Yes.
Let me stress this. When you're a manager, you should do more work. When you're a manager, you should be working 100% more than anybody else in the fucking building. You shouldn't be sitting on your ass in the office watching everybody else do the job while you're sitting back supervising. I get it. Every fucking manager that is above you tells you to do that because they want everybody else to do the work. But what you don't understand is you lead by example. So when you sit on your ass and when you tell people you don't care, and then you look out there and you're like, man, why do I have such shitty employees? It's because you don't care about your job. You don't care about your people, and they could give a fuck less about you. Now, if you reverse that, if you go in every day and you're like, and you know their name and you talk to them and they know that you know about them and that you care about them. If somebody walks in and they're having a bad day, picture this. They're having a bad day and their manager realizes it and goes over to them and asks, are you okay? I see you every day and we're very close, but you seem off. Do you need the day off? That employee that day will be a much better employee than he probably ever has any other day because he has value.
And once again, in that same situation, you have to also look at it as, is this employee going to help the team right now or is they going to pull us down?
Right.
No offense. I know that me personally, if I would have been in that situation, I would have sent them home. If you're not feeling it or you're having a bad day, that's fine. Go work your stuff out, come back tomorrow, sort of thing. Yes, that would have put more stress on our team. But if my team knew that I would have done the same thing for them, they would understand it. Because they know now that if they have a bad day and they need to take a day off because there's things going on and they can't be there 100%, then they know that, oh my God, I'm not going to lose my job. I'm not going to try to push myself to be here in a bad mood or try to, be, half here, half home sort of thing, or wherever else you are, and then make mistakes, and make it worse on everybody involved, themselves, the company, things like that. And it's just like people, like I said, people lose track of that. People lose track of, being the bottom and having to work their way up. It's like everybody now is just all out for themselves. And that's not going to work. That's just not going to work with our company. If we have somebody that's doing that, yes, when we interview those people, we have different things that we'll ask them and different things that we're looking for people. But even if you're my family, even if you're my friend and I hire you, I'm going to hold you the same standards as everybody else, because I can't treat you differently because, you're my friend or you're my family. I would almost hope that you would want to put more effort into it because we're friends and we're family, but I can't treat anybody differently. Jimmy says it all the time. If you can't fire them, don't hire them,
There you go. I hope y'all are listening to that. If you can't fire them, don't hire them. I can't stress this enough. What we're trying to get across to you is that you need to care about the people you're working with. You're around them every day almost. Why show them at best an absent neglect? If you're going to go in, you are the leader in the room. You are the one that everybody looks to for their example of what they're supposed to be doing. And if you're the manager, you should be going in there with a fire to do best for your team. Don't worry about doing the best for your company, because if you do the best for your team, it will do the best for your company.
Because once you have those happy employees that feel valued and feel loved and feel like they're actually important and they mean something, that you couldn't do it without them sort of thing, they're going to bust their ass for you. They're going to come in early. They're going to stay late. They're going to do things that you don't ask them to do because they actually care too. Those are the people that we want. Those are the lifetime employees that we want to build.
And that's what people don't understand. Today they look at the employee force like it's something that can be replaced.
Yes.
And as long as you look at people as there's something that's easily replaceable, they're going to look at you the same. So they're not thinking about their career. They're thinking about, well, what happens when this person doesn't like me anymore? Or what happens when someone applies that they like better? It's so very personal and not professional that people have a struggle trying to enjoy what they do every day.
And that's the thing too. There's a difference between being personal and professional. You can pull your personal feelings and things like that into that professionalism. Caring about your people. Yes, that's a personal thing. A lot of people are like, well, I can't get my feelings involved. Yes, you can. You've been there. If you are actually worked your way up the chains, which is the way that you're supposed to do, you come in, you're at the bottom of the totem pole, you work your butt off, then you become a manager. Then you just take everything you've got and you just feed that into all the newer people. Then you moved up, then they move up, and then they feel like they just follow you right up the chain sort of thing.
Something else I want you guys to realize. When you're at the bottom of the food chain, they always train you to do your job.
Yep.
Always. They walk you step by step and they're like, this is how you do it. This is why you do it. This is when you do it. When you become a manager, there is no training to be a manager. No company I have ever worked at other than Chipotle I don't even know what happened there. My bad. If you're still watching, my apologies. Something just, I don't even know. It just crashed. It went to the blank screen on us. But Sabrina had to go get ready anyways. So I just want to tell you guys, once again, sorry about the whatever that technical difficulty was this morning. But I just want to tell you guys, you know, if you are lucky enough to be a leader in any form, shape, or manner, please understand the power that you have. You know, understand that people are looking up to you, that people like believe in you, and people want you to help make a difference in their life. I know it's not easy. But what I need you to understand is that you were given that position for a reason. People believe in you. People will continue to believe in you. Don't give up on them. They need you. They really do. So I hope you guys are ready to have a great day. If you are in my group, today we will start working together to start building the challenge. But I want you guys to know that if you want to be a part of my group, if you want a support group, if you know that life is fucking hard and sometimes you're just exhausted by trying to make it work, I get it. That's why this group exists. So if you want to, let me throw it up on there real fast. Join us on Facebook, Witness My Growth. You know, that's the whole point of this, is to help you find a community where you can be loved and supported. You know, because that's what most of us need. Most of us just go through our day thinking that this is what we want it to be, but we don't understand we've got to put in the work to make it what we want it to be. So today, go out and put in the work. Make a difference. I'm going to go ahead and call it because I don't know how long this is going to go for crashing again, but I love you. I believe in you. And today is your day. Don't waste it. You know what I mean? All right. I love you. If you're in the group, I'll be in the group in just a second. I'm going to do a group call. And from there, it's all love. All love. So pay attention. Stay tuned. And witness my growth. I love you guys. Once again, sorry about technical difficulties. They happen.